Hey, how's it going? Mike here, The Fresh Rinse. On this beautiful afternoon, we're going to do a little maintenance on the old Rigorooski by request from one of our subscribers who goes by the name of Newview NC. We're going to change the belts and one of the pulleys on our Honda GX690 with the General Pump 8-gallon a minute pressure washer. We're going to change the belts and one of the pulleys, again, by request. Now, recently, I did all of this work, and then he requested this video, and it made sense because, well, I've been having little problems. I'll show you this here in just a moment. Now, this is going to be an actual tutorial. I hope that this helps someone, and this is not something you're probably going to want to do out in the field, but if you've got the right tools, of which I will show you here in just a moment, anyone can change the belts and the pulleys on their pressure washing machine. So let's get into this, and first I'm going to show you the tools of the trade. So here's what we're going to need to pull off this task. So first of all, I have a 1/2-inch ratchet. You can use a 3/8, no doubt. A 9/16 open end wrench. And then I have a 9/16 socket and also a 1/2-inch socket. I'll show you what these all go to. I also have a little bit of lubrication, and then for your viewing pleasure, I'm going to show you how to remove the pulley with a pulley extractor, and also the way that the manufacturer suggests, which sometimes doesn't work, and that's why we're going to do it both ways. So don't go anywhere. So the first thing we have to do is to remove the screw from the top of the housing. We'll set that to the side and we can expose the belts and the pulley. Now, I removed all of this recently and replaced it all when I redid the complete machine. A new pump, new muffler, new everything. However, I noticed recently that there's a hissing noise. It's actually a scrubbing noise. And what has happened is when I installed the pulley, I pushed it back too far, and now it's rubbing up against this housing that secures the lid or the cover for the belts. So you can see, and you can hear that. In fact, I will run the machine and I'll let you listen to this scrubbing noise. So what I have to do at this point is to remove the pulley, of course the belts as well, and then pull the pulley ever so slightly backwards, and that will solve the problem. I can then reinstall the belts and then the cover, and we'll be good. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is to loosen the pump, thus releasing pressure from the belts. We do that by using both a 9/16 socket and an open end wrench, and loosening both these two bolts and two more that you'll find underneath. We'll do that off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll also loosen this bolt right here with a 1/2-inch socket. And again, that will release the tension from the belts. So I'll do that off camera and I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, we are back. I loosened the 8-gallon a minute pump by loosening those 4 bolts and then loosening this bolt here, which is a tension bolt. Now, the way that works is when the bolts, the 4 bolts are loosened, and it gives a lot of release on the belt here, I can tighten this and it pulls the pump back. Does that make sense? Tightening this pulls the pump back, giving me the tension that I need. So ideally, you will have about 1/2 of an inch of play in the belts. We have as much as we want at this point because the pump is loosened. About a 1/2 inch or a finger's worth is what you're desiring. We're now going to remove the belts individually, working from the outside in. We do that much like you would if you were to remove a bicycle chain. Simply bring this with tension, bringing the belt over the pulley just like this. We remove the belt, toss it to the side, and we'll do that with all 3. Okay, we have all 4 belts removed, and now we are going to remove these 3 bolts from this pulley. I have them loosened already, and I'll show you how this works. Okay, now we have all 3 bolts removed from their original spot, which is right here, and right here. We've now remove them one spot to the left each. And we're going to tighten these with a 1/2 inch socket. And what this is going to do, it's going to serve to pull, as we tighten these evenly, like a turn here, turn here, turn here, it's going to pull this main pulley away from this center. Now, I should tell you that these are not the original bolts that came with the machine. The reason being is that I broke 2 of them off because they're so soft. When I went back to purchase new bolts, I got grade 8 bolts. These work wonderfully. It's a hardened steel. And so we'll put these back in here. We're going to tighten these to the right, and again, pulling off the pulley. I'm going to do it a second way as well with the pulley extractor, so that you can see both methods. I rented the pulley extractor from AutoZone for 95 bucks. When I take it back, I'll get my $95 back. So again, tightening these evenly to the right, of course, you know that, with a 1/2 inch socket will serve to pull the pulley away from the center. Okay, we're back. We have the pulley extractor mounted to the back side of the pulley. The way this works is these 3 arms swivel here on these hinges, mount to the rear of the pulley, and then this stem here, when placed up against the piston for the pump, when we turn this to the right using a 19mm socket, well, I'll have to do it off camera because I have to hold it, but I will hold the pulley extractor, turning the ratchet, and then it will simply pull the pulley away from the piston. So now that I have the pulley removed from the hub, I can use this 5/32 Allen key wrench, loosen this set screw that's in this hole right here, and then I can pivot or move the hub where I need it to be so that it doesn't scrub up against the housing. Okay, now I have the pulley and hub assembly reassembled exactly where I want it. It does not hit against the housing, but now I have a new problem. Because I pulled this back ever so slightly, it is now no longer in line with the rear pulley system. So I took back the large pulley extractor that I had for this pulley. I rented a smaller pulley extractor. I have it mounted. Now I'm going to, with the same process, pull this back ever so slightly so that I have an exact alignment for my belts so that they do not spin off. You can understand that. These need to be aligned perfectly. So I'm going to do this off camera, and then we will reinstall the belts. Okay, I have all 4 belts back on the pulley system. Now I need to reverse the process by tightening this bolt right here, thus pulling the pump back towards me. Once I get it to where I want it, meaning about a 1/2 inch, which isn't much more than what I have right now, then I will tighten those 4 bolts down, reinstall the cover, and we should be good to go. All right, we have the housing cover back on. My hands are filthy. We've tightened all the bolts. All we have to do is start her up. Oh, no scrubbing. No scrubbing. Sounds great. All right, so thank you, NewView MC, for that video request. I really appreciate you watching. I hope that it helped. In our next video, we're going to do a distance test between the 8 machine and the 10 machine. That should be interesting. We'll see which one shoots the furthest. If you like this kind of video, be sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell tab, and you'll never miss another video. Okay, my name is Mike. They call me the Fresh Rinse, and I'm out.